Hey guys, and welcome back to another session of Muscle Up Fitness. In this particular session, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on intensity versus length. And what that means is we want short, intense workouts that are not very long, usually anywhere between 35 to 45 minutes in length, all right? So that's our focus. So before we get into the workout, we're going to do, and I included a warm-up in this particular session. So the first exercise I did was just some jumping jacks for about a 20 count. Now I'm just running in place, again, for probably about 15 to a 20 count. You just count to yourself 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. Like that up to 15 to 20. All right. Now on this one, what I'm doing is I'm just jumping rope. Again, a 15 to 20 count with that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, like that. Just trying to get the body warmed up. All right. Trying to get the shoulders warmed up. The knees, ankles, I'm running in place again, another 15, 20 count. And again, right, the whole idea is that you're just warming up your body. You know, you're getting your cardiovascular system ready to do this strenuous workout that's going to be short and high intense. All right, here's another one I love to do, and these are arm circles. So for the arm circles, basically you just want to spread out your arms all the way out, and you just want to go in small little circles forward and then backwards, okay? And from time to time on this video, I kept the audio for the video. You're gonna hear my daughter say little weird, quirky things. There she goes. All right, little weird and quirky things as we're working out, okay? I don't have her on camera, but she is in the background, and she loves to cheer me on as I'm working out, okay? So again, them arm circles, this time we're gonna make them real, real big, and we're just warming up the shoulders. So when we're doing our dive bombers and our plate presses and all our exercises, we don't strain or tear anything. That's very, very important. So warm up is crucial. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get into round one. In this round, what we're going to do is the horizontal plate press. I love this exercise. I actually got it from wrestlers. So you just get in a nice squat, and for a 12 count, you just press the weight out in front of your chest. All right, 12 counts. Now we're going to go straight to plate swings. Okay. For plate swings, what we're doing is just we're swinging the weight between our legs, and we're going to bring the plate up to about chest high. Now, you might ask, what size weight am I using? I'm using a 50-pound plate. You don't have to use anything that heavy, all right? If this is your first time ever doing any of these exercises, I would caution you not to use a very heavy weight. All right, this is called a vertical press. And again, you just from side to side, you're going to press the weight over your head for 10 to 12 repetitions, all right? So again, pick a weight that's nice and comfortable for you, nothing too crazy, and have fun with it. So as you can see, I went to my Jeff Fit app, and I'm going to do some open ups. Open ups are great. I saw LeBron James doing these one day on a commercial, and I said, man, I got to do this. So you just get your large rubber bands, you hook your hands around them, and you can see my feet are wedged in between them, and you're just going to step out. 2, 3, 4. You're going to do a 10 count total, or 10 to 12. All right. The key is to breathe. You will feel this, and it won't take long. You'll feel it in your shoulders, and you also feel it in your hips. And if you can see, that workout session, that circuit, was very short. All right. Again, but you do feel it. Okay. So don't take it lightly. Candy does these exercises, and she can attest to the fact that they can be very strenuous. All right. Next one are chair squats. So what you want to do is get yourself a nice chair, any seating chair, you know, nothing high and expensive because we're going to be jumping and squatting on it. So you want something nice and cheap that you can tear up. So for chair squats, what you're going to do, take your rubber bands and you're going to stretch your arms out, which tacks your shoulders. You're just going to get a nice deep squat. You make your butt touch to the chair. As soon as your butt touches, you bounce right back up. All right, again for a 10 to 12 count. Remember to breathe. The beauty with squats is that it's a compound exercise, which means it uses a lot of different muscles all at the same time, which is going to be taxing on your entire body and your cardiovascular system at the same time. The next one, chair jumps. And this one is timed for 30 seconds. You go ahead and set your watch or your timer, and you're just going to explode up. You hear my baby in the background cheering. She would love to do these exercises, but she's still very small, so she can't do chair jumps. So that's out. But she can watch Daddy do them. So like I said, you set your timer for 30 seconds and you just go. The key again here is to be careful. You want to make sure you land softly on the chair, so that way you don't put any undue stress on your knees or on your hips.
Good.
The next one, oh man, these are called burpees, and burpees are tough. All right, so burpee is like you go down in a push-up position, you extend your hands down and your legs out, and then you bring your legs back in, and then you jump up. And you just keep doing it for 30 seconds. This is an intense workout. Trust me, if you've never done them, they are tough. I had the football team do them last spring, and the coach took it and made the wrestling team do it too. So burpees is a great way to get your overall body just taxed really quickly, and to also strengthen that cardiovascular system. So you can hear my baby cheering me on in the background. So we're going to go from that to, I think it's box jumps. So again, you set your timer for 30 seconds, and you're going to jump forward, side, back, side. Okay, you can basically just make the form of a box. So forward, back, side, forward, side, back, side. And you start over. And let me tell you, this will destroy your quadriceps. I mean, your quads will be on fire. Your core is going to be on fire. It's just so tough. It's a tough exercise. It gets you tired real fast. So you can see on my face that I'm feeling it. Okay? So what we're going to do now is bands across the chest. So I get my heavy band, which is the black one. I extend them out, and for a good 10 to 12 count, I'm just going to extend those bands out. The muscle groups worked here are the deltoids, which are your shoulders. You're working the pectorals, which is your chest. You also get a bit of a trap exercise, which are the muscles in your neck. It's a good exercise, and it kind of gets you warmed up for the last exercise for round one, which are called dive bombers. Yeah, dive bombers are tough. What you want to do for dive bombers is you want to go down in a push-up position, but you want to have wide hands and wide feet. And it's like you're going down under a fence and then back under the fence. So you are forced to control your upper body and your lower body when you do this exercise. It is tough. It is tough. I'm not going to lie to you, but when you do them and you finish them, you will be excited that you got through it. I usually do them for 15 count. So I just go down 1, 2, 3, I just go down and I do them 15 times total. All right. So here we are, round 2. We're back to our horizontal plate press. Nice squat. Just press them out. Nice 10 to 12 count. Go right from that to your plate swings. Again, a 10 to 12 count. Don't bring the weight too high, okay? You want to keep it about chest height as you bring it up, and control your breathing. You can see I'm already sweating, and I'm feeling it in my shoulders and my chest and my core. It's tough. Straight into vertical plate press. I can tell you, I had Candy do all of these exercises, and she is a warrior. She did them, and the next day she told me she overslept for work and everything. So, but they will get you in shape. And she's already told me, Darnell, I feel so much better. I can see the difference in my hips and in my waist. She's trying to get that Beyonce type shape. So, all right, go straight to open ups. Boom, boom, side to side. Extend those arms out, okay, and open those legs up. You will feel this in your hips and in your core. It's a tremendous workout. Yeah. You can see the sweat glistening on my forehead. Again, it doesn't take long before you start sweating and you feel it. We're going to go straight to that, from that to chair squats. So again, foot placement. You put your feet in the bands. Extend the band over your head. Make sure your butt's in a good position. Down and up. I'm going to back up 2 steps. 1, 2, boom. Down and up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My baby always got something to say. 8, 9. And you hear the music playing in the background. 10, 11. One more. Okay, I did 11 count. That's all right. 10 to 12. That's my goal. Sometimes I do 10. Sometimes I do 12. If I'm really feeling good, I'll do more than that. All right. So we're gonna go from that to box jumps. All right. And I mixed up the sequence of the exercises a little bit, but as long as you do them, it doesn't really matter. We can mix them up. That's not a big deal. All right, and this time I'm starting in the opposite direction, okay? Again, I'm a fan of variety, so the more I can mix up my exercises, the more interesting I keep it for me, as well as my clients when I'm working out with them, and you just enjoy it more. It just doesn't feel like a monotonous thing. Just to tell you a little story while I'm doing my box jumps for 30 seconds time, I asked Candy the last time I had a workout session with her, I said, how many workouts have we done where we've done the same workouts? And she told me none. And we had met 6 times. So in 6 sessions, we have had 6 completely different sessions. And again, I don't sit home all day figuring out workouts, but when I include my JeffFit app, as well as just mixing a variety of different workouts, you can mix them up, okay? So be creative, mix up your workouts. That way you'll stay inspired to finishing them, all right? So we're jumping right into some burpees. So plank down, extend your legs out, explode up, all right? Plank down. Some people, you notice I do a push-up when I go down. You don't have to do a push-up, but I do it just, to add in a little variety. So plank down, stretch your legs out, do the push-up, bring your legs back in, jump up. And that's what you want to do. You want to do as many of them as you can, as fast as you can for 30 seconds. Usually, also, just to let you know, when you're doing this exercise, you're going to feel it big time in your quads, okay? Your quads are going to be really taxed. The next day, you see me pat my quad, right? The next day, normally where you'll feel burpees is in your lats. And your lats is in your back. These are the big muscles that's in your back. Your lats get a tremendous workout when you do burpees. All right, 30 seconds, chair jumps. Just explode up, control your jump. Control it, step down. All right, nice soft landing each and every time. Yep, and I use my arms too. You notice that? I use my arms to swing and to propel my body up and forward. Have fun with it. You see my iPad mini in the background. That's where I have my JeffFit app. And like I told you before, in the app series that I did, what I normally do is set up the apps on my smartphone, and then I just transfer them over. So I'm going to do bands across the chest, and you probably hear Doc McStuffins playing in the background. My daughter has this Doc McStuffins game, and she loves it. So you probably hear it playing in the background. If you do, it's cool. That's one of the things that she loves. All right? So again, bands across the chest. You want to do a 10 to 12 count. All right? So we're going to get our dive bombers. Again, wide hands, wide feet. We're going to go down, nice and control, under the fence and back under the fence. And like I said, I do them for 15. So that's 1, and then 2, and then 3. And I usually do them up to 15, okay? I didn't start the count at the very beginning. But if you can't do 15, that's fine. Maybe you can't do dive bombers where you hold your body in place. You can do modified dive bombers where you have your knees down, but you go down under the fence and back under the fence. All right? Hey, what's up? Again, this is Darnell of Muscle Up Fitness. We just crushed the intensity versus length workout. I also call that body blast. All right. So we're going to preview and go through or recap and go through the exercises that we did. So as I said before, you can either do the exercises with me as I do them, or you can take them out in segments and do them. Maybe you want to do a few and some other ones you don't want to do. It's completely up to you. I'm just bringing the sessions to you. You can tweak them to meet your specific specifications. All right. So again, let's recap. The first exercise we did was the horizontal plate press. Okay. So that's the one where I got into a nice squat and I have a 50-pound plate that I used. You don't have to use a 50-pound plate. You can use a 25, you can use a 10, a 5, whatever you're comfortable with. But you want to get a nice squat. And for a 12 count, you want to just press that plate out without dropping your JeffFit app. You want to press that plate out 12 times as clean as you can. All right. We went straight from that to some plate swings. That's where I took that plate, and for a 12 count, I brought it up to my chest and back down 12 times. All right. So you want to do that. Control your breathing throughout. And then we went from the plate swings to a vertical plate press. That's where I took the plate and I pressed it over my head for a 10 to 12 count. Okay. So I say 10 to 12 because by the time you get to this last set, you're probably going to be pretty tired. All right. So we went from that to, we took the medium bands, which are these red bands, and I put my feet in the bands and wrapped them around my hands. And then I exploded out, step to the left and a step to the right. I count up to 12 for each of them. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And this is actually an exercise I saw LeBron James do. He does it sometimes when he's doing his off-season training as well as before games. So if you haven't done it, you might want to try it out. It's a really good exercise. All right, so we went from open ups to band squats. Again, I took those same bands, the medium band, put my feet in it, put my chair like under my butt, extended my arms out, and I just came down in a nice squat, boom, until my butt hits the chair, and then I explode right back up as soon as my butt touches the chair. All right, that's a great exercise to build your shoulders, your glutes, your hams, your quads, okay, and it's also good for your core. All right, we went from that to a box jump. All right, so for the squats, I'm sorry, that was a 12 count. For the box jumps, that's when I jumped forward and to the side, back and to the side, and I'll make a box formation. All right, you want to do that for a 30-second count. I just set my timer and off I go for 30 seconds. Another great exercise for your quads, for your hips. It's going to tax your cardiovascular system. You're going to be dripping like me, dripping in sweat in no time. All right, burning a lot of calories. I went from that to the burpees. Burpees is when you saw me start here and I jump down, extend my legs out, bring them back, and then jump up. All right, burpees are super intense. I do them for a 30-second count, which I time, okay, and they will tax your cardiovascular system like nobody's business, okay? So it's going to get you, you're going to be dripping and tired. It's a great way to work a multitude of muscles at the same time. Hips, quads, abs, shoulders, lats, you name it, you work it when you do those burpees. All right, I went from the burpees to a chair jump. That's where I brought my chair in, and for 30 seconds time, I just exploded, jumped onto the chair, and then down off the chair, onto and off, okay? 30 seconds will get you. All right, one of the last two exercises I did was I took my black bands, which are my heavy ones, and I stretched them across my chest for a 12 count. All right, this is a good exercise to develop pectorals, also your shoulders, and also get you warmed up for the last exercise, which is really tough for almost everyone, which are dive bombers. That's when you extend, it's like you get into a push-up, but you extend your arms wide, you extend your legs wide, and you go down and then back, like you're going under a fence and back under a fence, okay? And that exercise by itself is so taxing. Your shoulders are gonna be on fire, your chest, your abs, it just gets it. Now, at the high school where I work at, one of the wrestling coaches asked me, he said, can I use dive bombers to help my guys work out? I told him, absolutely. Go ahead and use them. I don't have a patent on it. Knock yourself out. All right? So, this is a recap, again, of intensity versus length. We want short, intense workouts that just fire up our cardiovascular systems. You know, we get in and we get out. We spent, let me actually do my timer. All right, I got it right here. Our total workout was 35 minutes, and within that 35 minutes, I burned 422 calories. So you can't beat that. 422 calories. I think the only way to probably burn more would be for us to go down and work out on my punching bag, all right? So with that 35-minute session. So like I said, use this workout. Let me know what you think about it. Follow us on Twitter. It's called Body Blast. That's what I call it, my official name for it. But if you go under the Muscle Up Fitness course, it's called Intensity versus Length, all right? But either way, I got it there for you. Follow us on Twitter, check us out. And as always, this is Darnell, and I'm encouraging you to get out and get active. Until next time, peace.